Yo guys, sorry you already know that today I am back bringing you guys another tier list ranking. Today I'm going to be talking about the Generation 8 Pokemon, all the Pokemon from Sword and Shield, as well as the couple new ones that were added in Legends Arceus. I did the tier list for Gen 9 Pokemon, which I think went pretty well. And I figured that I have an open spot in my little upload schedule because I'm working on starting a new series. But until that starts, I was like, hey, let's just commit myself to the idea of doing all the Pokemon generations, and since I started with Gen 9, let's just go ahead and go backwards. And honestly, that's probably for the best, because I think this is probably maybe the weakest group of Pokemon. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is by far my least favorite Pokemon games, so I don't have a ton of strong feelings, especially positive, towards the Pokemon associated with a game that I don't really like very much. But, you know, it's here, and we are going to talk about it, and for my own sake, I just want to see how this compares to all the other generations as well. Just overall, I got sort of a snapshot of Gen 9, seeing like how many I put in like S and A and B and C and D, and like, you know, how many like great Pokemon are there, how many terrible Pokemon are there. For consistency's sake, I am just going to keep these 5 tiers, because that is what I did with the Gen 9, so it makes for a better direct comparison if I just keep the same amount of tiers. So yeah, I'm gonna hopefully try and not make this go on for like 50 minutes like I did the Gen 9 ranking. And the only way to do that is to just get started. So this is just my opinions on all these Pokemon. Mostly just due to design, or if I do have any experience with them in the game that could play a part, but I don't think that's going to be the case for many of these, because like I said, I've only played through Sword and Shield once. I didn't even bother with the DLC. I've also not played Legends Arceus, so some of them are actually strictly being judged based on design and not on any sort of experience that I have with them. And that is just how it's going to be. So let's go ahead and just jump into it. I'm going to be ranking them just as a Pokemon overall, not just like in comparison to each other. It is going to be like how I feel about them overall. And we're just going to go, these are actually put in like Pokédex order, at least in the regional Pokédex order. I think it's what the list is on Cerebi. I have that just sort of following along just to make sure that I don't like miss anything or that I don't forget anything's name. So let's go ahead and just start with the grass starters here. We got Grookey. I will say that the starter that I chose was Sobble. That is who. No. Yes. No. Okay. No, the starter that I chose was Scorbunny. Right. I actually kind of forgot. I was like, I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I benched my starter halfway through because I just didn't really like any of them that much. Grookey is fine. Grookey's kind of grown to me. I'll actually put Grookey at B. Thwackey is kind of dumb. It's just long monkey. I'd put it in C. And Rillaboom is also B. I do rank these within the tiers as well, so I'm kind of deciding, do I like Rillaboom or Grookey more? I think probably Rillaboom, like very slightly, but I do. I'm not sure if I want to rank the Dynamax things, especially if some of them I haven't really seen, and it's kind of hard to get a good picture from this. So I don't think I'm going to rank any of the Dynamax forms, because this is just about my feelings overall as a Pokemon. So yeah, that's sort of how I feel. Like I said, Scorbunny is the one that I chose as a starter. I thought Scorbunny was the best looking base starter. I mean, I definitely still feel that way. I'm basically just trying to decide, is this an A tier Pokemon or is this just a top of B tier Pokemon? I do really like Scorbunny. No, I'll definitely put Scorbunny in A tier. I don't really like as Scorbunny evolves and just like gets clothes. It's very weird to me. And so Raboot is definitely probably similar to Thwackey. I don't really like it. And then Cinderace, I think, honestly gets almost worse. I don't know. Like, I know it's a good Pokemon, but like, I don't really like it. I almost feel like C tier is kind of being a little generous. D is for ones that I like heavily. Just like, I'll revisit this. They might get dropped down, but I'm not willing to do that yet. So we'll just put that there. Okay. So now we got Sobble. Sobble is also a solid. I think I like it more than Grookey. Little better than Thwackey, but like C tier. And Inteleon, I actually do kind of like. I feel like I don't know that Inteleon has like a ton of fans, but I do like it. I put it somewhere probably like around this tier. Yeah. I think that's fine. I do think I'm being a little generous with these, but you know, I think it's fine. Here, I don't need to get that generous with these. I absolutely despise Greedent. Love it is fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'll put it there. But like Greedent is just terrible. Like it's just a fat squirrel. I don't know. I guess I see the appeal, but it's just not for me. Like the brown coloring, it's like I don't know. I don't really like it all that much. Finally, we can talk about good Pokemon, like actually good Pokemon. Rookidee. No, actually, they all go above Scorbunny. Rookidee, Corvisquire. Corvisquire is kind of a mouthful in terms of the name, but it does look really cool. And then obviously Corviknight is going to be one of the few S tiers that we are going to get in this generation. They killed it with Corviknight. I mean, it is very simple, but it's very, very fantastic. I love Metal Bird. It's very, very good. What I don't like as much, Blipbug. Blipbug is also really, really bad. The big eyes, I just don't really like, especially with like the small body. The eyes literally take up like half of its entire design. It's a bit much. I think as it evolves, it gets a little bit better. Dottler is probably up in the C tier, maybe like around here. But I do like Orbeetle. Orbeetle is pretty good. I think I would put it at the very top of B tier for sure. Yeah, it definitely just gets better as it evolves. And, you know, it gets the bug psychic typing, which is a pretty cool typing. So, yeah, I do like that. Okay. Then we got Nickit and Thievul. I definitely did use these Pokemon in my playthrough. I don't think I kept them on the team the whole time. I'm kind of one that I switch out my team a lot, especially as it gets over-leveled, which I feel like I remember happening in Sword and Shield, so I was able to like switch around and use like a lot more than just 6 Pokemon as sort of like my quote-unquote main team. I think I really liked the design first off, but I feel like it sort of misses the mark in some other aspects as well. So I think Nickit is probably very bottom of B tier, and Thievul is like kind of like in this little middle ground here. I'm not like overly thrilled about them, but I do like them. I do like the dark, you know, they're just dark foxes. But I do think that their tails and the way that it like sweeps the ground is, it's something with the eyes maybe. I feel like it could be improvement with like some slight adjustments. I feel like these could almost be S tier, but they're good, not great, and therefore I'm going to throw them in B tier. Okay, we got Gossifleur. Gossifleur is like fine, I guess. I don't know, just like none of these Pokemon are like exciting to me, you know what I mean? So it's like, what am I differentiating between like B and C tier? You know, I think I'd put, this isn't anything for me. I'm gonna put this at the top of C tier. I'm gonna make like that sort of like Gossifleur top of C, Nickit like bottom of B. Eldegoss I do think is like slightly better. Actually, I think I put Eldegoss like up here actually, like in B tier, but like considerably higher in the B tier, because it just looks better. And then of course we got Wooloo and Double Supremacy. That is, I'm not gonna go so hard to say S tier, but I will put an A tier. I'm kind of deciding, do I like it more or less than Rookidee? I'll go more. And they're both kind of on par for me. I think they're both really, really good. Wooloo has more of the Q factor. Double is just kind of like fat sheep with like the horns. It's pretty cool. So I'll put them both in A tier. Yeah, I feel pretty good about that. Choodle, I don't like Choodle's little like tooth that's like sticking out. I think it looks kind of dumb. Do I feel so strongly about it that also goes in D tier? I think so. I really don't like Choodle. Yeah, I don't. The more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm thinking these might actually come down to D tier, but I'm not ready to do it yet. However, the upside of Choodle is that you get Dreadnought. Dreadnought is very cool. It's, you know, hard to do the sort of turtle wrong. There's a lot of good turtle Pokemon, but Dreadnought, definitely a really good one. I will put that, I think that's probably about where Orbeetle is. I think I'll even put it slightly, I'll put it right below it. It is really good, but I don't even remember using it, and then you also have to like deal with having a Choodle for a little while, so, you know, kind of takes it down for me a little bit. Yamper is really cute. I think the cuteness factor can take to the bottom of A tier. Boltund, I feel like, is good. I feel like it loses a little bit. I think I'd put it right around like where Eldegoss is. I think it definitely gets a little worse. It's just kind of like an electric dog, and I feel like they've done electric dogs like better in the past, you know, with something like Manectric and stuff like that. So it's like they've already done the concept, but better, so it just feels like they went back to that and just did it worse. I think Yamper is like cuter, but then like Boltund is just like, I don't know, it's there, it's fine, it's good. Here's a line that I actually do like. I really like this line here of the Roly-Poly line. How much? Oh gosh. Roly-Poly, also just a fun name. I really like the name Roly-Poly. I'm gonna put that at the bottom of A tier. I'm gonna put Carkol at the... honestly, at like the top of A tier. I actually really like Carkol. That's also a really good name. And then Colossal, I actually think is a step down from Carkol, but not like a big step down. I'd put it like right in there. So like they're all like A tier, but like just in different levels of it. So I do think that they really did a good job with that line there. I like that a lot. Applin is neat. It's got the funny like, you know, eyes that are like the apple stem. I think this is a funny design done well. I will put Applin in B tier right above Sobble. And then we have the two things that it can evolve into. We got Flapple. Flapple I think is really cool. I think Flapple, I'm gonna put at the bottom of A tier. And then Appleton is the kind of goofy big apple pie thing. And I think it doesn't have the coolness factor, but it is kind of funny. If I were choosing, I think I would take Flapple over Appleton. That's probably something that's changed over time. I feel like I might not have always felt that way, but as of right now, I think I'll just put it right next to where Applin is. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so next we got Silicobra and Sandaconda. I do like them. I think these are another one that's probably just going to be thrown in like the B tier. I'll probably put this like right above Boltund. Sandaconda, you know, it's a little interesting how how it's like pale skin, whatever, just sort of like wraps around itself. It's interesting, but I like it. And even though I'm not gonna rank it, I do remember really liking the Dynamax form as well. I think I'm just gonna put them right next to each other. I don't feel as strongly. I feel like I used to like Sandaconda a lot more, and now I'm just like it's fine, you know, it's fine. And I think that's probably going to be my feelings for a lot of these. Like Cramorant. Cramorant's like fine, you know what I mean? Like Cramorant, I'll put it like right below Boltund. Like it's fine. It's good. But I don't know. I don't have anything more to say. It's fine. Now here's a Pokemon that I actually like probably a lot more for like no reason. I think I'm gonna put Arrokuda and Barraskewda like right next to each other. This was one that I ended up finding randomly, or maybe a trainer had it, I forget. But I put it on my team, and like Arrokuda like was putting in work, and so it stayed on my team for a while. So I did build up a little bit of a bond just by like using it. So I'm actually gonna put Arrokuda, I think above Colossal right there, and Barraskewda right above that as well. I don't know something about the simple like sharp design of those. They're just really good, and I like them a lot. Toxel, kind of like a baby. I don't know. I'm gonna put it like down here. I don't really like Toxel all that much, but you do get Toxtricity. I don't have strong feelings as to which form I like more than the other. I think I probably prefer the yellow Toxtricity just slightly more, but not like a ton more. I think I put Toxtricity actually pretty high, comparing it to the other ones around it. I think I'd put it in I think above Wooloo actually. Yeah, somewhere like there. And I'll just put the other Toxtricity like right next to it because I don't have that strong feelings between the two of them. Here's another Pokemon that I actually like a good bit. I really like Sizzlipede. I'm gonna put it right above Appleton or whatever. And Dreadnought. And Centiskorch. Centiskorch, I think, is an S tier. I really like the Firebug. They've done a really good job with their like Centipede type Pokemon. Like Scolpede's another one. We'll get to that when we get to that for Gen 5. But Centiskorch is just really cool. I like its the fire on its face and all that sort of stuff. I do think that also has a pretty coll Dynamax thing. Yeah, Centiskorch really good. I'm kind of debating. I was like, do I like it more than Corviknight? Probably not, but it's close. It's close. Wow, alright, I think maybe I'm underestimating some of the Pokemon on an individual level, because now we're getting to another one where I'm just like, ooh, what a good set of Pokemon. Not Clobbopus. Clobbopus has kind of like I get the name, but also I don't like saying it. It sounds bad. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm gonna put that in C tier. Grapploct. Grapploct is incredible. Incredible. It's actually my favorite. Honestly, it's probably gonna be my favorite of any Pokemon on this list. I will never forget going into the water and having a Grapploct just to like chase me down. It was like, I didn't realize that Pokemon Sword and Shield were a horror game until that moment. That was one of the scariest parts of the game for me. And then it just shows up and it just like flexes on you, and then it swims in the water. It's not even a water type. It's only fighting, because all is there is to grapple you and destroy you. I really love Grapploct. I feel like they did an incredible job with that Pokemon. It's so good. Sinistea, I do like a lot. Sinistea, for just being like a teacup with like the face on the side, I actually think is really, really good. So good. I'm actually gonna put that really high, like right up here. I think that's a really solid design. The problem is I don't think Poltegeist holds the same sort of, charm for me. It's bigger. It's kind of breaking out of its pot. It has less of the cute little, teapot thing, and more of like a, like I don't know. The spirit inside is just sort of like breaking out, and I feel like it loses a little bit of its charm. It kind of feels a little bit in like the Nickit Thievul thing, where it's like it's so close to being good, but then like it's like not quite. So I'll put it right there. Yeah, I'll put it right there. I think it's a solid spot for it. This line I don't really have strong feelings for. I think Hatena can probably just go in C tier. It's fine. It's whatever. Hatterene, I definitely think is a step up. I think I'll put it right above like Eldegoss. And then Hatterene is also pretty good. I don't have strong feelings about it. I don't know, like it's fine. It's a good Pokemon. I don't have anything negative to say about it. I don't think it's that much better than Hatterene, so I think I'd just put them right next to each other. Yeah, I feel okay about that. Impidimp. Impidim's fine. It looks like a troublemaker, which it kind of is. So I mean, it did good design-wise. I think this might be... You know what? I'm gonna put this as the bottom of B tier. I think I'm actually gonna move Nickit down to the top of C tier. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I think Grimmsnarl is... Oh, right, we're not at Grimmsnarl. Right. This is Morgrem first. Morgrem is like also C tier, I think. I don't know. Grimmsnarl, I feel like is doing too much in a direction that I don't really like as much. Maybe I have to be reminded and see like what it looks like in game, but definitely based on these pictures, I'm just like, this was Grimmsnarl? I feel like I had a Grimmsnarl, and like, I don't know. It's am I crazy for thinking that it just gets worse? Am I crazy for thinking it just gets worse? I don't think I like it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I like it. What I do like though is Obstagoon. Obstagoon is pretty sick. I can't believe they took a Pokemon like Zigzagoon and made it really, really cool. Never really cared that much for Zigzagoon. It's always been a fine Pokemon, but Obstagoon's really cool. I think I'd put it right next to Toxtricity. Yeah, that looks good. Berserker though is not something I super like. I think Berserker, I feel similar to it as like Grimmsnarl, I think. Yeah. Oh man, I'm just like looking at the bottom of C tier. I was just like, should these be moving to D tier? Maybe. I'm considering it. Cursula, I think, is a really cool concept. Um, I don't have strong feelings towards it. I think I'll put it in B tier, close to the bottom. I think it's a cool concept. I think it's a good name, but I don't know. I feel like it's not doing anything like amazing for me, but I don't dislike it at all. Surfetched is another one that I don't have like strong feelings of. I know people be loving their Surfetched, big sword. Farfetch'd has always been like a fine Pokemon. Surfetch'd just kind of brought it back, and I don't know. I don't really have strong feelings about it. I think I'll also put that at the top of C tier. I'm sure people won't like that, but it's not really doing anything for me. Mr. Rhyme, kind of the same thing. Mr. Rhyme, I don't really like that much. I'll put that, like there. I don't really like Mr. Rhyme that much. I don't think it needed to exist, but it's there. Runerigus, not as good as Coffagrigus. Hard to even tell what exactly it is. I think it's pretty interesting in the same way that Crystal is. I think I'll put them like right next to each other. Sure, that looks fine. Again, like, I don't have strong feelings about a lot of these. Oh gosh, I forgot. I was like, wow, there's a lot of just like weird. Oh my gosh, there's still so many more Pokemon in Gen 8. Why? Milcery. Not a great name. I'll put it, like, there. Sure. Alcremie is like fine. I'll put it down in, you know, bottom of B. Phalanx is a Pokemon that I don't like. I do not like this like trend of Pokemon that are separate entities that all just get to be like one Pokemon. I don't know. I guess they've been doing it from the start, you know, with something like Execute, but like, I don't know. That always felt like, you know, like the collection of eggs is like an Execute, but like Phalanx is just like 5 separate dudes standing in a line that like all get to be a Pokemon, and also it's fighting despite the fact that it's like all like metal, which has always thrown me off. I am always thrown off that it isn't part Steel type at all. So I don't know. There's a lot of things about Phalanx that I'm just like I don't really like it that much. Is it the worst Pokemon? No. I just don't like the concept of like groups of separate entities being one Pokemon. So that's why I have that there. Pincurchin is like, the colors are good, the shape not so good. Put it right above Toxel, but that's like pretty low C tier. Nom is similar shape as Pincurchin. Actually, seeing them side by side, they almost could be related, in a sense. Snom, not that good. So yeah, I don't really have strong feelings about it. Frosmoth, however, Frosmoth can absolutely go to A tier, way up here. Yeah, Frosmoth is really cool. I think Ice Bug is a really cool concept. The Snow Moth, Frosmoth is really good. So yeah, I like that. Stone Journer, this sort of like big rock thing, like the face on it. Part of me wants to like it, but I don't think I do. I'm putting it at the top of D tier. It's like there's parts of it that makes me want to like it, but for the most part, I don't know. It's missing the mark somewhere. Ice Cube is another one that misses the mark for me. Just like a penguin with like an ice cube on his head, and then you can like break it, and I don't know. I don't really like it very much. Yeah, it's like one of the worst ones for sure. Not a fan at all. Yeah, I don't really like Ice Cube. Indeedee is fine. I will put Indeedee, I think it can go above Grookey. I think that's a solid spot for it. Yeah. It's a solid B tier. It doesn't do anything offensive. But there's also not that much reason to use it. But yeah, it's fine. Morpeko, similar thing. where it's fine, but like I don't really know why you would use it. Put it at the bottom of B tier. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Qfant is very confidently a B tier for me. I think I would put it maybe above Cramorant, somewhere like right in there. And Copperajah is also cool. I think I'm gonna put that at the bottom of A tier. I haven't seen it in game that much. I feel like I've seen Qfant and then I've never really gotten to like raise one. So I'm not even sure that I've fully seen Copperajah before. But with more experience in game, I think it could be really good. Like the still image on like Cerebi that I'm looking just for reference to make sure I don't forget any names. As it stands still, it doesn't look as good, but when it's like in this pose of like raising its legs and like doing like that looks amazing. So yeah, like the still image kind of looks like a B tier. This image kind of looks like an S tier. So I'm kind of averaging out the bottom of A. And with more experience with this Pokemon, it could go sort of any direction. But I do like it. Okay, and then we get to all the weird fossil Pokemons. Oh, I guess this is the evil Morpeko, which I guess technically looks cooler, but like they're the same thing. So the idea with these fossils is that they're basically meant to be ugly because their experiment's gone wrong or something like that. Or they're supposed to be like a thing based on, you know, like fossils that don't always go together, or they're put together wrongly. I don't exactly remember. I don't remember ever seeing them in game. Also, every fossil up till this point has been like rock type, and there's no rock type in any of these fossil Pokemon, which is also strange. If I have to try, nah, we're just gonna go ahead and start stacking them in D tier. I think all of them, honestly. I think Arctozolt's probably slightly better. Dracovish is almost looks like it has its own like personality. It doesn't look like a horrible mismatch, but it does look like a little weird. I think I'll put that as the highest one. And then Arctovish, I can't even tell like what it is. I'm gonna put that at the bottom. At least the other ones, I can tell more what they are. Sure. Duraludon. Duraludon, I'll put the bottom of A tier. I do like Duraludon. I do like the big tower Duraludon. But I never got the chance to use it. Steel Dragon's very cool. Yeah, I like it. Fine. I say it's fine. It's an A tier. But no, it's cool with the potential to be even better if I had more experience with it. But as of right now, I think that's a solid spot for it. Then we have, okay, Dreepy. I do like Dreepy a good bit. Well, I say a good bit. Let's put Dreepy... I'm gonna put Dreepy the very bottom of A tier. I think Rakloak is slightly worse. It kind of loses out on the like sort of like cute derpy face factor, but doesn't quite fully embrace like the cool like fully grown factor that Dragapult does. Dragapult is going to be an A tier. It's not one of my absolute favorites, but I do think it is good. In comparison, what do I like? I'm just realizing Sinistea is really high. I think I'm fine with that, actually. The more I look at it, I'm just like, well, yeah. That's something I'm learning about myself. I didn't realize that I like Sinistea that much. Probably because I always think of Poltegeist, and I'm like, Poltegeist, whatever. So, sure. That's where Dragapult's going to go, right above Frosmoth. Okay, then we got the dogs. I don't know these, like, different forms or whatever. I don't remember if they get, like, a different form in the game. They must be. Or they must get some sort of, like, extra form or whatever. Zacian is the sword dog. I do like the sword dog. We'll put that. Honestly, they're all probably going in like B tier. Like maybe like here. I don't know. I don't really know what the difference of like the forms is or whatever. So I'm not going to really rate them differently. Zamazenta I do think is slightly worse. I think the shield stuff looks a little bit worse than carrying the sword, but no, it's not significantly worse. I'll put it like down like here maybe. And then again, I don't really know what this different form is, just because I'm not really familiar, so I'll just kind of put it right next to the other one. Earnadus, I think is really cool. That's the thing that you like fight at the end, right? It's a poison dragon. It's very threatening. I honestly, I think that's going like pretty high up in A tier. Actually, now go to the top of A tier. Go to the top of A tier. This is very good. I do like it a lot. Hubfu. This is where we get to the Pokemon that I think they were like DLC stuff that I never really messed with. So this is all purely on design and whatnot. Cubfu doesn't really do anything for me. I'll put that at the very top of C tier. It's not offensive, but it's fine. Urshifu. I'd have to see it more to really know. I also don't know why there's so many different types of Urshifu. There's 2 of them listed on Cerebi, one for dark, one for water, but then there's 4 of them here. I don't know if there's like different stances or whatever. I'm just gonna put 1 at the top of C tier because like I'm not super familiar and the design isn't doing anything for me immediately, so that's where that's gonna go. Yeah. Zarude. Looks fine. I think I'll put it above. I do think I like it more. Dark Grass, pretty cool. Looks like it has solid stats. Alright, let me get the extra Regis. I feel like these Regis are like not nearly as good as the classic ones. And they just don't really do anything for me. Like the DLC was just like, oh, we're gonna like make new Pokemon, but all of them are just gonna be like kind of weird. So Regieleki, you know, it is just like a thing of electricity, which I guess is fine. Not offensive. I don't dislike it. I'm gonna put it in the same sort of grouping, but like at the bottom. Regidrago definitely doesn't do anything for me design-wise. I don't really like it that much. I'm gonna put it like down here. I don't really like it that much. However, I mean, all right. So they did do at least one good thing, where we have Glastrier and Spectrier, and I think both look very good. I think Glastrier is probably like a top of B tier type Pokemon, and I think Spectrier is like a bottom of A tier type Pokemon. Let me make sure that I put that where I actually want it. Spectrier, actually a little bit higher. Maybe here? Yeah, I think that's good. I do think it looks really cool. Let's see. And then we have Calyrex. Calyrex on its own looks kind of dumb. The legs are the biggest thing. I think I'm putting that towards the bottom of C tier. I don't really like it all that much. And I don't even think I'm going to bother ranking it. Like, this is just Calyrex riding a Glastrier. This is just Calyrex riding a, you know, a Spectrier, so it doesn't really do anything for me. Alright, now in terms of the Legends Arceus Pokemon, again, I have not used a single one of these, so this is all just off of design. Wordier, or is that Wordier? Rideer? Wordier? I think it's Wordier. This is the Stantler thing, which I think is good. I think it's good. I'll put it, like, up here. Sure, that looks good. Fever is fine. Is it fine? Is it fine? I feel like there's already incredible. Scissor's already incredible. Fever's just, like, worse in every way. But it's not, like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Nah, I'm putting it top of C tier. I don't know. It's just so much worse than everything else around it. Everything that is related to. So it's like, I don't know. All right, Ursaluna. It's pretty big. I think I'd have to see it in action. I don't dislike it. I think I'm gonna put it towards the bottom of like B tier. Okay, we're almost done. We are almost done. I haven't even looked at how long this video is. Hopefully I've kept it a little bit shorter than 50 minutes, but I'm not confident I did. We'll see. Basculegion. Is this a big Basculin? I like the blue one more than like the red or pink like outline thing. I think that's really good. I think I'm gonna put it kind of like mid-bottom of B tier, around here. It's just gonna keep going up actually. Yeah, somewhere like there. I think that's fine. Sneasler. Sneasler looks pretty dumb. Kind of has the Calyrex effect of just having, like, elongated limbs for, like, whatever reason. I guess I like it slightly more, but, like, it's kind of right next to it for me. Overquill is pretty cool. I'll also put that in B tier. And then the last one is Enamorous, which I think is some sort of, like genie thing, like the Landorus, Thundurus, whatever. I don't really know, but I think that's what it's supposed to be. And I think it's fine. I think these could also just go to the top of C tier. They don't do anything for me. I don't have any sort of emotional connection to them. So they're just going to be at the top of C tier because they kind of just look like, you know, the genies from before, but it's a different color, different shape. But I don't know. If it was, like, introduced alongside with the other ones, then maybe, but, like, I don't know. Going back just to add an extra genie is just like, I don't know that I needed that. So, okay, let's get ourselves a brief overview of Generation 8 as a whole. There were significantly more Pokemon in D tier. C and B has a pretty good mix. I think there was more Pokemon that ended up in A tier than I expected, and 3 S tier Pokemon for me. And I think Gen 9 was pretty similar, where there's only like 2 or 3 in S tier, and then like a good mix. I definitely think that there's more bad Pokemon than Generation 9, but I think there's not as many bad Pokemon as I expected going into this list. Is this the worst generation of Pokemon in terms of like Pokemon designs and new ones introduced? You know, I don't know. Before doing this video, I definitely would have said yes, but I think we're gonna have to see as we do some more of these. So the plan moving forward is that I will be doing these just every so often, every couple weeks, maybe once a month. I don't know. I'm not really in a rush to do them, but they will all get done. I'm just going to go backwards, and the further back we go, the more familiarity I'll have with the Pokemon I'll be talking about. So this video is a little weird because there's just some of these that I haven't interacted with at all. Sword and Shield I've at least played through like 1.5 times. Well, I played through Sword and Shield. I played through Ultra Sun. I think I went back and I started playing Ultra Sun again. I never like finished it a second time, but like I definitely have more experience. And then past that is when I was really big in the Pokemon scene. So big meaning I was very involved. Not that I was like super famous. So yeah, the further back that I go, the more familiar I'll be with stuff, and the more confident I'll be in my opinions. I feel like there's a lot of these where like on any given day, some of these could be thrown into C, some of these could be thrown into B. Some of these could be thrown into D. Like, there's a lot of movement that is possible to take place here, just based off of if I see any more about it, if I end up getting more experience with any of these Pokemon. I don't plan on ever returning to Sword and Shield, but if these Pokemon show up in a future Pokemon game, and then I, you know, bond with them in some sort of way there, that could always change my feelings. But yeah, this is my opinions. So let me know what you thought. Let me know some of your favorites, least favorites. And yeah, hopefully I will see y'all for future videos like this. I like anything that lets me get my opinion out onto the internet. It's a very fun thing to do, and I will continue to do it. So hopefully you enjoyed. And if so, let me know. But until the next time, peace out.